Yo, what up, Street Dogs? Air Kim. So, another thought. This one is actually about universal basic income. So this is actually kind of interesting. Like, the way I see it right now is the way structure is going right now, where everyone's working from home, working remotely, or not working, or whatever. It's kind of like we're living in a simulated universal basic income society. Now, obviously, we're not all just getting a universal basic income, but I think this is kind of an interesting vision of how society would look like-ish with a universal basic income. Obviously, like stores and stuff are closed and stuff like that, so we can't go to those places. But still, like, it's a society which has kind of paused a second from being workaholic and is actually using this opportunity for people to focus on other things. All right, so the question is, when you start your life and you have all this free time, this free resources, whatever, what's you gonna do with your life? It's just quite interesting. Like, obviously we're all screwed, but for the most part, how do you want to spend your life? How do you want to live your life? What do you want to create? What do you want to make? What do you want to think about? What do you want to consume? What is the point of your life? What is your self-directed purpose in your life? These are really, really important questions. And so I think right now, these existential questions, like the thoughts on existence or, philosophy, is actually the most critical right now, because now that we have, let's assume society remained this way for another 5, 10, 20 years. Like, it would be crazy, right? Like, you ain't got nowhere to go, you ain't got nowhere to like shop. At best you could just go on walks and go to nature and use the internet and stuff like that. What if this is a sign of things to come? So if that were the case, then it just kind of comes down to, now that we have this, and let's say worst case scenario, right? Let's say US government gives every American, $2,000 a month, scot-free, to do whatever they want. Let's say that were the case. How would people actually use their time? How would people use their resources? And would people actually enjoy and prefer this life? I can't speak for you, but let me speak for myself. So if this were the case, and if this really did happen, like for me, let's assume you cannot earn any additional money. Let's say, right? And let's say you could live, indefinitely on kind of like this sort of pseudo poverty lifestyle where we don't have much, but we got enough to, as long as you could pay your rent, as long as you could buy your meat and have Wi-Fi and coffee, you's good, right? So if that were the case, what do you want to do with your life? So my basic thoughts: I enjoy walking, I enjoy exercising, I enjoy building up my body, getting stronger. I like lifting weights, doing body weight exercises and stuff like that. I like making stuff, so I like making these videos. And it's so funny too, because like you might notice I don't put no ads on my videos. Why not? Because I fucking hate ads on YouTube. So I'm like, yo, just basic thing, right? Like, silver rule of ethics: don't do unto others as you don't want others to do unto you. So because I don't like it when people put ads on YouTube, why would I do that to others? So it kind of, the thing that's interesting with universal basic income, it shows what your true beliefs are, your revealed preferences, your revealed philosophies, your revealed personal truths. And so for me, like, even if I'm not getting paid for this, I want to help empower other people. I want to help other people's, and then the source of this desire is because I know what it once felt like to be on the other side, and now that, I'm like a lot higher and more evolved from a position where I used to be, I just want to share that life and that joy with others. And I think life is the most precious thing. I think humanity is the best thing ever, and I want everyone to collectively thrive together. Super duper basic. And so, like, as a thought experiment, let's say things will never go back to the way they were. I don't think they will. Let's assume this is like your life for the rest of your life. And I almost feel like once you've accepted that this is the new society, this is the new way things are going to be done, then we could actually move on with our lives, and then we could actually figure out within this creative constraint, how can we actually maximally thrive from this creative constraint where you're not waiting until tomorrow for a better day. This is your best day, potentially. And to me, this is also a really interesting notion because I think the ancient Romans or ancient Greeks or whatever, surprisingly, they actually saw hope as a vice. Like, hope is not a good thing, because with hope, a lot of politicians and a lot of people would sell you hope. They'd be like the merchants of hope. And that was almost used like a chain or a fetter where, you know, people are essentially voting for you because, you know, you give them more hope. But in fact, most politicians never really changed nothing. So it was actually kind of seen as a vice. So in some ways, who knows, maybe the best way is to lose all hope that things are gonna get better and just accept that things are really bad and things will probably get worse. And then within this, you know, difficult times and hard times, how can you maximally thrive? So let that be the turbo thought. Start your own YouTube channel, start your own website, blog, become more frugal with your expenses, whatever it may be, and just use this chance to create, to think, and to philosophize, and become the greatest individual you can.